It's time to have an honest discussion. At some point, you have to. So if you're not ready to have that honest discussion, you might not. This probably is not the live stream for you. If you want to be pandered to, this is not the live stream for you. Okay. We're not going to pander. Um, all biases out the window here. We have to be totally honest about our football team. All right. I've been getting killed all year because I was just being honest. I've been one of these guys gone. But we're gonna get right into it, man. I'm up in X. This is the Voice of the Eagles show. And like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles. But enough of that. Let's get right into the live stream. We're cooked. The Philadelphia Eagles, they're not made. The playoffs, it's a foregone conclusion at this point. All right. We barely snuck in. All right. We lost our last 5 games were 1-4. Okay. That should tell you everything you need to know. Going into the playoffs, you want to have momentum, right? Teams that are going into the playoffs losing as bad as they are, um, it's alarming. Okay. It's extremely alarming. If you look at since San Francisco, all right, we were 10-1. We were 10-1. Now we are 11-5. Right? So you see the three losses in a row. We beat the Giants, then we just lose to Arizona. We're done. Like we're done. This is a collapse. This is a collapse. This is a collapse of epic proportions. And the thing is, it was in the making. It was in the making. The San Francisco 49ers game. It was a nail in a coffin, okay? It was a nail in a coffin, the San Francisco 49ers game. Because everything that's been going on, it began to magnify, right? Everything that was going on throughout the early portion of the season, even midway through the season, it was a constant back and forth between what's going on with this team. Is it play calling? Is it the players? Is it AJ Brown? Is Jalen Hurts regressing? What's going on? We're all trying to figure that out while winning. Now we're not winning. So now everybody's finally on board here. Okay. And now I don't sound like a fucking lunatic. I don't sound like the lunatic anymore. Right. Because now it's more obvious that this team was in trouble from the beginning. Right. This team was in trouble since the season started. Okay. But since we were winning, it was hard to kind of bring some of those, points up, or just bring up anything negative about the team because they're in the middle of winning, right? But I was still doing it, and people thought I was crazy, right? So it's just been back and forth on the. I haven't seen anything like this on the Eagles organization in a long ass time. This stuff that really don't happen. Okay, I'll be honest with you. So that's extremely it was extremely alarming. Now I would do this. Okay, all right. I'm gonna get into some of the comments. Bear with me, but I have receipts. Okay, I'm coming with receipts. So I'm not just gonna say things and not be able to back up what I'm telling you guys. All right, here I want to Brian Johnson fired. This was 2 months ago. Everybody thought I was crazy. I was with one of my boys and we was just chopping it up. And I actually once I laid everything out to him on this live stream, like, you know what, bro? I want him fired too. Because that's how elegantly I put it together to where, bro, it's obvious Brian Johnson, he's not a good coach, he's not a good play caller, right? Then it comes out that, hey, this guy, now everybody wants him fired. Everybody wanted him gone. This was after the Jets lost. I was done. I was over it. I was over it. Now, Nick Sirianni losing the locker room. I mean, I spoke on this almost a month ago, right? Lost the locker room 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Sorry about that. 2 weeks ago. This was right after the Dallas Cowboys game. So I'm already on to, like, I got a great feel for this team. I'll put it to you like that. And now the fire Nick Sirianni bandwagon is in full effect. That's exactly what we need, because the only way you salvage this season, there's hope. There's hope for this season. Okay? There is hope. I'll say it again, guys. There's hope for this season, for our players, for our beloved players, for our team, for our franchise, for the history of the Philadelphia Eagles. For this is our legacy year right here, man. Okay? We got all the talent. There's one variable. The only way you salvage this season, is if you fire Nick Sirianni. You have to, or else we're going to go to the playoffs. We're going to be one and done. And yeah, you're going to get fired in the offseason. So you're going to get fired. We're going to fire him eventually. Okay? Do it now, because I guarantee you. Look at teams that fire their coaches in season. What happens? They get an interim head coach and they just light it up and infuse the whole team. I promise you, if we fire Nick Sirianni before the playoffs, it's going to light a fire underneath the whole team, and we may be able to go on a run. Look at the Raiders with the interim head coach. They fired a guy, and now he's been on a roll. He's won like 4 or 5 straight, beat the Chiefs, and Antonio Pierce. So, bro, it happens. This is the perfect. I know the questions, the tabloids, everything going to be crazy, the media, but you have to do this for the players. It's all about the players. And again, I did a whole series on fire Nick Sirianni. Okay, so this is something I've been talking about this for the longest, before everybody else. Okay, it has to get done, right? And it's so crazy, because most of what I've been saying about the season, it's like I'm actually predicting it, and it's scary because I don't want it to be true. I don't want our season to be over, right? But I can kind of get a sense of the locker room is just, I've never seen an Eagles locker room like this. Seriously. Now, when Donovan McNabb and T.O. was here, I was a casual fan, right? I watched all the games and stuff like that, but I wasn't creating content, so I wasn't really looking into, everything that was actually going on. You know what I'm saying? I just want us to win, and stuff came out, but I'm not a right. I just love the Eagles, right? It was never, I never seen a game from this aspect, is what I'm trying to say. I've never seen the game from a content creator aspect. It's wild. It's actually, it's a wonderful thing, to be honest. But the thing with this football team, man, it's over. It's over. You got to get Nick Sirianni out of here, bro. And that can spark the whole team. It happens all the time when coaches are fired midway through the season or during the season. It happens almost all the time. Now you add on a talented Philadelphia Eagles team, we may run the table. They don't know what we're going to do. They don't know how we're going to attack. They don't know what to expect. Right. The players are already doing it without the coaches anyway. See? Right. So when you guys bring up don't fire Nick Sirianni, he's not even doing anything to make the team. Bro, it's bad. It's bad. A lot of it is the players too. Okay. A lot of it is the players. I'll give you the honest truth about the coaching staff and the players. The honest truth about the coaching staff and the players is this. I'm not going to be just one-sided and just say it's all the coaches, because the players are they're making mistakes too. I mean, they're out there playing. So you have to put some fault on the players because they're playing, right? So let's not twist that. I understand the players are out there moving around doing this shit. And there are times where they're screwing up. Okay, there's times where the players are actually screwing up. The players aren't giving effort. They aren't tackling. They just don't. They're not playing because the locker room is lost, right? So even if the head coach or let's say Brian Johnson calls a beautiful play to attack the whatever defense that they're seeing, the player has to execute. They're not executing purposefully, bro. They don't want to. They pick and choose when to. Like, you look at the run game. Like, come on, man. We gave up 200 yards rushing. They're making it obvious. The players are making it extremely obvious. So, I mean, if you can tell by effort. Look at that effort. Are they giving any effort? No. I mean, you look at the tackling, right? You look at the tackling. The tackling on this team is absolutely horrible. The tackling is horrible. That's effort. There's no effort. There is no type of effort at all. None whatsoever. I mean, that running back Connor from the Cardinals, he's a physical dude. He likes contact. Nobody on our team wanted to tackle him. Nobody. Jordan Davis, after the Bills game, he just checked out. Dude just need a rest. Give him a week off. Jordan Davis like tapped out this entire season. This defense is gassed. They're young, right? I can't even go too crazy on the defense, right? And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. All right, so but I mean the defense, they're young, right? It's a new coordinator and new pieces. They're rookies playing, so it's a rebuild on defense. Offense should be rolling. Offense should be putting up 50. But the truth about the coaching staff and the players is this. The coaching staff, they do a good job at times. But now the players, since they're not showing any effort in the plays because they don't respect the coaches lost the locker room, right? Meaning the players, and there's a disconnect between players and coaches. It's a feud between the players versus the coaches. Pretty much that's what it is. Players versus coaches. All right. So in essence, we call that losing the locker room. That's what happened. It's the players versus coaches, and the locker room's in shambles. Okay, so coaches and players not seeing eye to eye. It's wild because I'm calling a play, and if the player's like, yeah, fuck, they don't really care, man. They do enough to get their stats and make plays, and but bro, they not really trying to win, man. We got to get him out. We got to get Nick Sirianni out of here, bro. You got to, because it's all about the players. You can't get rid of all the players because that's all the talent. The coach, right? In these type of situations, the players always win. So the coach is gonna get fired. And now you got everybody in Philadelphia saying fire Nick Sirianni. It's over. It's over. But that's a disconnect between players and the coaches, honestly. Now, what to expect moving forward from this team? That's nothing. It is. I mean, if anything, I'm pretty sure they're going to lose to the Giants because they're locked in the number 5 seed. All right, so we're going to play Tampa Bay. We're locked in the number 5 seed. If Dallas win, they win the division. We have nothing to play for. So they're probably going to start resting players, and we're going to get ready for a playoff game on the road. Unbelievable. Can you guys believe that we will be playing on the road in a playoff game? Just hear me out. We're going to be on the road in a playoff game. We were 10-1 at the end of November. December came in, whooped our ass. We've lost 4 games in December. I've never. Well, usually when you see this is something that doesn't happen. Okay, this is the thing. You don't get, in all seriousness, you don't get teams that go 10-1 and just do this and collapse. And collapse. Okay, now there was a harder portion of the season with Dallas, Kansas City, Buffalo. They won those. Losing to San Francisco and Dallas is understandable. Okay, cool. I'll give y'all those. It may be Seattle, but you have to beat Arizona and the Giants. You can't lose another game. But I knew this was going to happen because the locker room was lost. Listen, guys, if you go watch the video, the fire Nick Sirianni part 2. This Dallas game, we didn't score a touchdown. Come on, man. That was everything I needed to know. That's when I'm like, yeah, you got the locker room's done. That's what confirmed it. When we didn't score a touchdown against the Cowboys, I'm like, yeah, yep. It confirmed it for me. Right? Then you look at what the 49ers did to us. So I mean, bro, all you need to know what's gonna happen who's you gotta be playing, you gotta be on a roll going into the playoffs. It's about momentum in the NFL, and we have no momentum. Maybe if you win, you beat the Giants, beat Arizona, and you beat the Giants, you have momentum now. It's over. They're gonna go into the playoffs losing because they're gonna sit and rest for this game, this Giants game. Maybe that's what they need. They probably need a week of rest. Man, now I can be a little optimistic. I can be optimistic as well and say, they got what they got right at 10-1, and maybe they're trying to cruise a little bit. Okay, maybe they're trying to just make it to the playoffs, get a rest week, and they'll be fresh during the playoffs. That's the best scenario. I'm not playing. Oh well, but you have to play this Giants game because because you want to win a division. Maybe they don't want to win the division. They're not playing like they wanted to win the division, so they don't want to win it. They're not playing like it. So, look, you get a rest week. This Giants game, you get a rest week, and just try to win a game on the road. If you could pull off a game on the road, you're on fire now in the playoffs. Nobody gonna want to play you, right? So if we dust Tampa Bay, we already beat Tampa Bay convincingly. So it's a matchup thing as well. We match up well against. I mean, who would want to? I don't know, man. The Philadelphia Eagles could drop all the way to the. I think the 5th seed is perfect seeding for them because they play the next weakest team. Honestly, which would be the Tampa Bay. But how we playing, we still could lose to them. We still can lose to Tampa Bay with how we're playing. But in the playoffs, nothing matters. All of this really doesn't matter when you get to the playoffs. This doesn't matter when you get to the playoffs. Nothing matters. Everybody's 0-0. Okay. And we still have a team, a formula to win games. Okay. Our defense isn't all that bad. Okay. We scored a touchdown on defense. Avonte Maddox almost forced a fumble. Milton Williams did force a fumble. Jalen Carter had a sack. They only gave up 6 points at half. Let's look at the game. Let's just segue right into the Arizona Cardinals game. But before I segue into the Arizona Cardinals game, I want to kind of double back real quick and also mention that the Arizona Cardinals have a better head coach than us with Jonathan Gannon. How you get out coached by Jonathan Gannon? How did you get out coached by Jonathan Gannon? I want to take a look at the Arizona Cardinals game real quick as well. I'm gonna just kind of like look over the box score because the box score kind of give me everything I need, right? Once you watch the game and you look at the box score, you can see that against one of the worst offenses in the NFL, Jalen Hurts only threw for 167 passing yards. He completed 78% of his passes, had 3 touchdowns. The last interception at the end of the game pretty much didn't matter. If he didn't have that, if he didn't have that last minute interception, he would have had a perfect game, a perfect passer rate. But he had a really high completion percentage at 78. I mean, he threw the ball 23 times and he completed 18 passes. So he was willing and dealing. Okay, regardless, he did a good job out there. Rushing the ball, it's like this is wild. The Arizona Cardinals had the worst ranked rushing defense, and we didn't even put 100 up on them on the ground. So I mean, where'd the yardage come from? We're not really getting any yards. If the only passing yards is about 167, right? Plus the 17 game, that's not a lot of yards. So what? This looks putrid. This looks horrible. The box score make this shit look bad. What happened? Time of possession is what happened. Honestly, they didn't have the ball long enough to even. But when they had it, they did what they supposed to do with it. So I mean, I can't even knock the offense. But it just looks lackluster in a way. And a box score just really makes this look bad. Okay, the box score makes this look horrible. I probably should. The box score just really makes this look. Let's look at the Cardinals. Oh my God, Kyler Murray, 80 completion percentage, 80%. Really? No, that's not right. Well, yeah, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. They had the same quarterback rating. He threw for 232 yards. So he threw for more yards. You look at James Conner with 128 rushing yards, averaging almost 5 yards a carry. And oh my, Michael Carter had 61 yards, averaging 8 a carry. What? And Kyler Murray put in some work. Yo, that's about 200 yards. Oh, they rushed for 200 yards on us. That's the worst. That's the worst way to lose. And I thought we was over losing like that. But hey, Jordan Davis is like he's wearing out. So I mean, your run defense is gonna be. He's just laying on people, bro. He's like at some point on the field, he's like dead weight, and and he's getting moved around. He's getting moved around, honestly. I think Jordan Davis needs to get down to about 300 pounds and switch his position. Have him at like he needs better technique, man. And I think he needs to lose a couple pounds. I would probably let him get him to like 310, 315. Right. And now you're not just relying on your weight to just collect double teams. Okay. Now you got to use some technique. But it makes you a better player. I would have him trimmed down a little more. And I think year 3 he should break out. Well, I think he should slim down, but as a nose tackle, can you really? You got to be. It's hard, and finding a nose tackle in an NFL elite nose tackle is it's rare, right? So maybe I don't know, maybe you don't want him to lose anyway because you need that size for him to anchor the middle of your defense. But he's not doing it. It looks like the weight is like he just looks like dead weight, man. I feel like he should shed a couple, honestly. But that's about 200. That's about 200 yards, bro. Right. That's about 200 yards rushing. And that was the game right there. So they with 200 yards rushing, they controlling the clock. So the offense don't have time to do much. Right. So that's what makes the box score for the Eagles look kind of weird. So you got to capitalize while you're out there. You got to make the plays when you're out there. Okay. Jonathan Gannon, he did an amazing job. He used the formula that Washington used last year. He ran the ball on us and played time possession, kept the offense off the field. Man, the field goal. Yo, Jonathan Gannon, real quick. Jonathan Gannon, man. Jonathan Gannon with the onside kick. That was probably the most brilliant move I've seen in quite some time from a head coach. That was extremely savvy, to the point the announcers just thought, oh, so the announcers like, yeah, he's just being aggressive. Sometimes you shouldn't be this so aggressive. And people didn't understand why he was doing it. I didn't even know either. I'm like, he the onside kick, okay, he's trying to get the ball back. No, he wanted to cut the field in half so that the Eagles wouldn't run the clock out on him. So it was like, you have to score and you got to do it fast, or you have to kick a field goal. So I mean, that was like dog move right there. I'm gonna be honest. I fooled me. Jonathan Gannon was like that this game. He was like that. He called he's calling his Jonathan Gannon is calling plays for the Cardinals. Did you hear that? Yes. Jonathan Gannon was calling plays. He had like what he had probably like, I think this man had like 12. He had a little bitty, you know how you see the big little board that they use to call plays. He had a small piece of paper, right? Like a like a sheet of paper, bro. Balled up at a square, shaped into like square in a square. So he just squared up a piece of paper, folded it. He folded a piece of paper, right, into a square, right? And he had his plays written down. It looked like it was maybe probably only about 12 plays. But he calling the plays, putting work to Nick Sirianni. Nick, and as much as we get Jonathan Gannon a lot of hate, and I do too, right? I wanted him fired last year, so I know, right? He whooped on Nick Sirianni. He made Nick Sirianni look like not a good coach. That was like the nail in the coffin. Because I mean, Jonathan Gannon, I don't look at him as a good coach. I don't, right? He's not really all that good. You know, we've had him here, so we know. But he whooped on Nick Sirianni's ass. What the? I mean, he was cold that whole game. He knew the play action. Play action is the Philadelphia Eagles' weakness on defense. Say what you want. They're terrible at play action. They suck so bad against the run. You know they're going to bite on any type of a run play because they're already a step behind. And once they figure out that it's not a run play, the ball is already in the air, bro. And everybody was wide open. They had their way with the Philadelphia Eagles. They had their way with them. They had their way. I mean, that's how the Cardinals are utilizing Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray gonna have an MVP type season next year. Okay, how they're using him, bro. They're using Kyler Murray the right way. He's under center, right? He's in shotgun. He's play action. Fucking quarterback boots, right? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, it looks good. It's a pro style offense, right? It's a pro style offense. Jalen Hurts is in a pro style offense, so to speak, right? It's like a shot. It's not really like pro style, honestly. Had their way. Oh, I mean, weren't we just the number one run defense? Now teams are doing this to us. Wow. But you also have to look at, and this is gonna be my last topic, and I'm gonna read all the comments. You have to look at one guy. There's one guy in the middle of all of this. At the end of the day, it's Howie Roseman. Okay? Please let's not forget this. Howie Roseman. You look at the inability to stop the run, to not be to missing tackles, um, not being stout defensively, just letting teams impose their will on you. That's on Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman refuses to draft linebackers and safeties. He just don't either he don't value them or he doesn't know how to draft them. So he just doesn't draft them. He tries to trade for them and find little bargain deals because he don't want to screw up and draft a guy and it not work out. He stays in his comfort zones a bit too. Okay, Howie got a reckless history in the draft, so he has no leeway to screw up in the draft. So I understand that. These are guys he drafted, right? He's done really well, you know. So, but Howie has to get linebackers. That's the area of the defense that we're missing. Because those safeties, those linebackers, they're making the bulk of the tackles. They're making the most of the play. They're the physicality to your team. You need those dudes. You need a safety that can play in a box, okay, that can come down, and you need a safety that can do everything pretty much, okay. And those are like unicorns. They're rare to find, right? Avonte Maddox ain't it right now, okay. He's just not it, okay. You need another guy, okay. You got to find him. You can't rely on Avonte Maddox, and that really hurts Nick Sirianni. You need to go get another Avonte Maddox, bro, and pay him and go get some linebackers, not just one, get 3, 4, 5. I want 7, 8 linebackers on this team. And I'm talking about some middle linebackers because they can play special teams, right? I need a whole plethora of linebackers. Okay. I need a lot of them. It's the bulk of your team. It's what gives your defense its physicality, man. You need those positions. And Howie Roseman refused. You look at a Brian Dawkins, a Weapon X, right? The safety for the Philadelphia Eagles, Hall of Famer. Look at him. He was a safety. Those guys are linebackers, right? Those positions are important. Until you solidify those, you have problems giving up 200 yards rushing against the Arizona Cardinals. Not having troubles tackling. So Howie Roseman, bro, you really you kind of dropped the ball, and it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable what Howie did because you have a TJ Edwards already on your team. He led the league in tackles. He's having a Pro Bowl caliber year with the Bears. Can blitz. Right, bro, make he a sound tackler and he's going to hit. Why wouldn't you pay TJ Edwards, bro? That really is the worst. Imagine TJ Edwards with us right now. And just think. I would want TJ Edwards over James Bradbury. Like, why would you get rid of We drafted him. Like, what the heck? That was stupid. Even with Marcus Epps was definitely a liability. So I can understand. But who's playing? What other safety do we have? Right? I mean, we got Sidney Brown and Blankenship. So that's cool. I can get that. I can live with those two as safety. I can live with Blankenship and Sidney Brown as safety. But those boys the whole Philadelphia Eagles team, they arm tackle. They arm tackle. So when they tackle, this is what they're doing when they're tackling. They're lunging. They're just lunging, right? They're not having a center base of gravity and exploding with their legs with a solid base with your shoulders. You got to put your shoulders and your helmets on these dudes and wrap your arms around them and bring them down, bro. They don't want any contact. Nobody on the Philadelphia Eagles defense. I mean, they don't want contact. I'll be honest with you. They don't want contact at all. And nobody on the team, nobody on the Philadelphia Eagles defense want to tackle. Blankenship, he gonna get busy, right? Blankenship gonna definitely try to hit Blank, and that's why I respect him. He got like 20 concussions right now at this point. He's always back and forth. He's banged up and concussions, other stuff like that. But that's what I like about him. And Sidney Brown, they run to the ball, but Sidney Brown, bro, you have to make the tackle. I don't want to see but that's the type of player he is. So I'm cool with him going out there just running around. But sometimes, man, don't be just acting a fucking fool, Sidney Brown, bro. Dude like him, you gotta harness that. But that's what I like about him. He's playing fast. He's wild. You know what? Start Sidney Brown, Lord, please. Let him start for the rest of the season and just let him play. Just let us see him. Okay, if this Giants game, I would put all the Jalen Hurts in the offense playing because they tried. No, what about Tanner McKee? How would he look in the offense? Right? How would Tanner McKee look in this offense right now? Let's see some of these guys. All right. If Dallas win and this game means nothing, okay, which I think they're gonna win. All right, we're not winning the division. Cool. At that point, the game is not going to mean anything. You could just let everybody rest for that game, which is something that it can likely happen. All right, now if we happen to win the division, that would be crazy. But let's see some of these young guys, okay? But I like Sidney Brown, and I like Reed Blankenship. So Howie Roseman, he got some safety. He got two young safeties. I'll give him that. But dude, this is it. We better have like 7 or 8 linebackers next season in the offseason. I want a lot of talented linebackers. Howie, if you do that, you're a genius, bro. You're a genius. Do not screw it up by not getting, like, you have to fulfill this linebacker position, okay? And if you got to grab somebody in the first round to do it, you go do that. Look at Michael Parsons. He was a linebacker. He was in the first round. Go and take that shot. For real, go take the shot with. Go take a shot on a player. A game change. You're going to have to. Because you look at Hassan Reddick, you need more pass rushers. We got a Nolan Smith, right? But you still need edge rushers. We need more edge rushers, and we need more linebackers. And it's hurting us right now because we're not getting pressure. We're not getting any pressure. And we don't have any linebackers like at all, bro. Like Nicholas Morrow is like extremely, he buns. All right, let's get into some comments. Hey, X, defense is not allowed to hit anymore. Yeah, they're not. But I mean, you got to have a proper form. You have to have a proper form. Just hit them with your shoulders and wrap up, right? Just make a sound tackle. So it's ways to still, tackle. Honestly, we should play like we have nothing to lose. I mean, we really should. You would think that they would do that. Nolan Smith could play at linebacker too. Yeah, they're trying to put him in. They've been moving around throughout the whole since training camp. So they've been putting him at different spots at linebacker, middle linebacker, stuff like that. So yeah, but he's young and he still got time to. I think he may need some time to. I think year 2, year 3, we'll see more out of Nolan Smith, but he's still young. So I think he's going to be a stud. I know he's going to be a stud. But we don't have a lot of linebackers. The D line constantly getting washed sideways. That's exactly what happened on runs, Paul. That's exactly what happened. No communication. Reddick will drop to coverage when they swing tight end interior. Think someone is there, and Reddick is not setting the edge. Bro, that's perfect analysis. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's perfect analysis. And even, and sometimes, okay, he crashes a lot. And when you crash, it's like you got to have somebody behind you. So Reddick is in a tough position, but he never sets the edge, man. And he because he's a weak side. I would keep him on a weak side of the field, right? So if you got two tight ends on his side, you know he's not going to try to set the edge. So you already know you're outflanked. You know the offense is going to have leverage automatically, right? And they don't do anything to compensate for some of these gap schemes, some of the gap schemes, man. I would just keep him wherever. I would keep him away from the strong side of the offense or the strong side of the defense. Right? If it's two tight ends over here, I'm not lining him up over there because that's how you game plan against Hassan Reddick and these edge rushers. You have people chip, do a lot of misdirection, have them thinking, and you run right at them too. Right? That's another way. So yeah, he's being they're phasing him right out of the games, man. They're phasing him right out of all the games. But you got like I would move him around. You got to do some other stuff with him, man. And yeah, the D line constantly getting washed sideways, bro. They don't hold their ground. Again, Jordan Davis, I said this earlier, he's like dead weight, right? And he's just tight. A lot of times when they're getting pushed sideways, look at Jordan Davis. He's just getting washed right along with him, right? He instantly stands up. He's 6'6", so his leverage is already bad. These old linemen are just going to double him. They're going to chip him and just wash him right. They just wash him right sideways, wash him sideways, bro. It's horrible to look at a lot of times. How would you feel if Zach Ertz come back to Philly? I mean, I wouldn't. It wouldn't even matter. Honestly, it'll be good for. I don't think Zach Ertz don't want to come back. So, but it'd be good for I don't know what. Honestly, bro, I don't think he can. It would be nice to have another tight end, but we don't use two tight end sets. I don't think it'll work out. Maybe like a Deshaun Jackson signing when we re-signed him. But I could see it possibly happening. A reunion. The players are checked out. Yeah, lost the heart and the fight. Yeah, absolutely. Again, and this is I was mentioning this. What Nick Sirianni fire Nick Sirianni part one. This was 2 weeks ago. Uh, this live stream here. So I've been saying it. I've been saying it. Honestly. Fire Nick Sirianni part one. I have a whole series on him 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I've been wanting this dude out of here, man. I've been wanting him out of here. I understand, trust me, and I'm glad the ball is moving on this. I'm glad the ball is moving on it. I hate to call for somebody's job, but he is trash. The team has been devastating. It has been devastated since the bye when they came back and saw that coaching staff did nothing to prepare. Yo, you want to know how devastated how devastated they have they have became? I'll show you right now. Okay. Look at this stat. Look at this stat. It's a good stat that they had for the Philadelphia Eagles and their losing streak, man. And I don't know, I don't think they have it up here. So um yeah, I think the last time a 10-1 team lost, the last time a 10-1 team lost this many games in a row was like 30 years ago, bro. Right? They lost 3 games in a row in December. Um, beat the Giants, of course, and then we lost again. So to be 1-4 in December after starting 10-1 has not happened in like almost 40 years, bro. That is crazy. That is crazy to me. Somebody said Mahomes owns you. I don't know who he owns. I don't know who you're talking about. It's not all players. It's not all. It's also. It's not all. Hold on, I can't read right now. Wait, let me see. Let me switch something real quick. It's not all the players though. It's also the coaches. It's about how they're coaching team, how they're coaching them. They got to change the defensive scheme. 4-3 not going to work every time. I mean, it's not really. I really don't think the scheme matters, bro. I feel like at some point the players just they have to want to tackle and want to play. They don't want to play. The players just don't want to play. That's all it is. That's all it boils down to. The players just do not want to play for the coaches. So you don't see effort. You're gonna start getting blocked for spamming. Who's spamming? Did I get blocked? Who's getting blocked? I don't know. Nobody's getting blocked. X, you have always been on point. I know, bro. I just watched the game like everybody else. So, but yeah, man, I've been on point. I've been covering this for quite some time, and I've been getting a lot of hate, bro. I've been getting so much hate. Right from. I can't pander, right? I can't pander to Eagles fans just because I want views, right? I'm gonna be honest. Now I'm gonna talk trash. I'm always talk trash, right? But when I'm reporting on like the team or like when I'm talking to, you know, whoever I'm talking to, right? I want to try to be I want to be optimistic, or I want to be you gotta eliminate the bias when you're a content creator as well, and that's tough to do when you're also a fan, right? So I try to keep my fandom to the side, right? But that shit is tough, my boy. Yeah, nobody's getting blocked unless I block them. I block people, but I unblock everybody, right? So I do block a fuck ton of people, bro, right? But I usually unblock them after after it pile up to like 1,000 people. I'm like, let me start unblocking people. I'm tripping. But I don't know. Nobody's blocked, bro. How much control does analytic department have? Cilio says they set game plans. Analytics is part of the game. It's part of sports, and it's extremely useful because it's really numbers. But when the numbers dictate what you should do, and of course, it's happening in all the sports. So yeah, every team uses it, and Nick Sirianni, he looks like the type that'll try to just like get some information based off stats. Uh, but there's a human element to it. But of course, that's in all the sports. With the Philadelphia Eagles, is it like a bit more as far as how they utilize it? I think they're taking extra steps than your average sports team or sports franchise, honestly. With Jeffrey Lurie's son, I think it's a new age of analytics, right? So the analytics are good, but you can't solely rely on analytics, right? If you're doing that, then yeah, that's gonna pose some problems. What would you think if CeeDee Lamb went to the Eagles next season? We wouldn't need him, but if he did, that would be crazy because now we'll have 3 receivers. But I don't see that happening. But that'll be X, keep it real for sure, my boy. Well, Linda, Eagles should run a bare front. Brian, I was thinking that too, because again, when you look at their defensive front, they're always outflanked, right? They're always outflanked. So I was thinking, I used to run a 4-6 in Madden. They don't run them anymore in today's NFL because now they're spreading things out, right? So it's hard to run that concept, but it'll plug up a lot of the gaps on. Right, I thought about it, but in today's defense, yeah, everybody's going to pick that apart easily. So that's why you don't see it. You only see you really see a lot of the same defensive schemes and fronts because it's kind of the only way teams are playing right now. Right? You got everybody in 12 personnel with like 3 receivers on the field, and it's like the same formations you see a lot of the times. But yeah, it's a passing league now. And I was really thinking like, man, that'll really make you because all of the gaps will have a man there. All right. So it just looks so it's too many, the gaps are too wide, man. There's too many gaps, honestly. And the holes in those gaps are huge. So, man, I thought about a 4-6. I really did, but in today's NFL, yeah, it is. It's not going. Nobody runs it, and it's just a reason why they don't run that type of defense. But yeah, bro, I was just thinking that, which is crazy. That's weird. I was thinking that earlier when I was rewatching the game. Like, bro, you let Hassan Reddick is always um he never sets the edge because he's just always outflanked, man. It's like I just hate it, bro. I hate it. I hate how Hassan Reddick, uh the run defense with Hassan Reddick, man, and how they use him, bro. It goes into the 4-6 defense where if you're in a 4-6. Now you could shift your D line. They don't shift their D line. They don't move around. They don't do nothing, bro. They just sit there doing this. 2 other tight ends, or you can have a receiver in the slot that's gonna block and just push Hassan Reddick towards the inside of the defense. Like once you lose containment on the edge, you're done. They're losing containment way too much. And they need some new fronts. They need any and everything, bro. They should try whatever they could. If I was the Philadelphia Eagles, because they just ran for 200 yards on us. I'm trying to 4-6. I'm trying to 6-4. I'm trying all type of stuff. I'm throwing everything out there to see what sticks or what works because it's just bad right now all around. So I would do some everything. Eagles. Kane says Eagles need to find another person to be head coach before firing Sirianni. Just be prepared. It doesn't matter. Just hire somebody from in house. I mean, the players are pretty much doing it themselves anyway. The players are doing it themselves anyway. Um, Kevin Byard told Sean Desai when he was the defensive coordinator, he said, "Hey man, you know what? We're going to create the game plan. We're going to do our the scouting reports, and we're going to So that's how the players are so done with the coaches to the point where we don't need them, right? So you can plug somebody in, and it won't really be. It's going to get better. The psyche, the chemistry, the team, especially if you hire the right guy." Like who a Jeff Stoutland maybe he probably don't want to be the head coach, but I mean you just hire somebody to fulfill that spot until and bro I'm telling you it's going when it happens most teams usually catch fire. It's happening now with the Raiders, so I don't even think it matters honestly. And then after the season, hey, if you could go find a different head coach, you're not actually stuck with this guy. But man, you get a guy that everybody loves. I don't know who that would be. Maybe Aaron Moorhead. No, that'd be somebody that AJ Brown and that AJ Brown respects, right? Because so it's gonna have to be a guy that all the players really rock with and love and respect. And first thing I could think of is Jeff Stoutland. Again, this is a whole new court. It's the court. The coaches, they're all new, so you got to get somebody who everybody respects. But you need a player coach. Maybe that guy isn't in house. Maybe you're stuck with Nick Sirianni. If we're stuck with Nick Sirianni, we're fucking done. We're done. The player's ready to lay down. He already laid down, rooted in soil. Paul says this 8-yard off the ball has to stop. That's part of the scheme. That's part of the scheme. I was talking. I gotta keep talking about Holmes. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, this dude grew. Okay, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm a Dallas fan, but hurts to see the Eagles head coach not inspiring team. Man, he's not inspiring the team. The team are they? I mean, he tries every time he comes out and says something. We lose. That let me know that they don't respect him. Look, Nick Sirianni came out and said, "We want Jonathan Gannon to feel so uncomfortable that he never want to come here again." He came in here and whooped you. He came in here and whooped you. Right. So the players aren't even feeding into anything he says. He showed them clips of the 49ers talking trash about them, and the team came out flat and lost. Right. I mean, that beat Dallas shirts got blew out. This was like his first year here. He wore them goofy that beat Dallas shirts, and bro, he just come on. He corny. He's looked at like a goofy, like a goofball, like a clown, right? By the players. And it is what it is, man. It's unfortunate. I personally like him. But he comes with a lot of extra. Yeah, man. I mean, you don't call plays, right? What do you do as a head coach? You wasn't a player coach. You haven't had any success in the NFL outside of what you did in Philly. And people are saying that's because the coordinators that you had with you. And it's showing. Okay. So unless I can go on and on about I can go on and on about it, but I ain't gonna do that to him. I already did like fire Nick Sirianni part 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm gonna keep doing that to him. Analytics has no feel for the game. Yeah, but analytics are huge. It's important. I live and die off analytics. That's how I prove a lot of my points. My talking points is from analytics. So it's extremely important, but there is a human element. So as long as you're equating, or as long as you're making sure not to completely take away the human element of a game, you're fine. Okay. So you got to know, like, the analytics is just kind of gives me more to work with as far as my overall observation of what I'm trying to accomplish. All right. So yeah, you don't use it as a you don't use it as a tool that is 100% for certain, because that's what a lot of people like to do with numbers. Right. And when you do that, that's when you gotta look at different variables and different other things that go into especially a football game. Who's at home, the weather, right? Who, rest, and it's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So I agree with you, bro. Uh Something is causing the coaching staff to play away from their identity, which is being a run. Yeah, that's not our identity really anymore. That's not our identity. We're trying to shift away from that, especially when you're paying AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts so much money. It's kind of like you want to. It's a throwing league. That's what makes the money. So that's what I mean. We're a popular team, right? So that's kind of what people want to see. So I think they're kind of trying to shift that into being a explosive offense, right? It's about explosiveness, flashy plays, stuff like that. That's the type of team the Philadelphia Eagles want to be. We're not a run first team anymore. We still run the ball really good, really effectively, right? But if you're talking about explosive runs and creative runs and runs for 20-yard gains and 30-yard gains, you don't really see. That's not us right now. They're trying to look like they're changing their identity right in front of us, and that's what takes the most time, right? So maybe we're going through a phase where we're watching our identity shift, and they're trying to create a different identity for the team. But there's a lot of drawback, because first off, what are you doing? This ain't what's working, right? So if you're gonna do that, everybody got to be on board. And I just think there's a disconnect, and that's probably and where it lies in that right there. They're trying to change their identity. The team don't want you to change from being run first, right? We're a run first football team, period. So don't ever change that identity of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's how we've always been for quite some time. That's how we won the Super Bowl. So why we don't switch from that, man? And that's what's going on. And it's something with the players and the coaches, period. All right, let's see. I found an article that how we had an analytics hotline down to wait, hold on, wait. You found an article that how we had an analytics hotline. That's crazy. Makes me wonder on 3rd and 20. No, I mean on a 3rd and 20 screen at Gainwell. It looked horrible. Hey, I think Jeffrey Lurie's son is calling the plays. Yo, whoa, that's wild. What if Jeffrey Lurie's son is really the one calling the plays? He's telling them. It looks like a 13-year-old is calling these plays. But yeah, come on, man, that's unacceptable. And you look at the screen, right? And look, this looks like the plays look like some setup plays too, bro. Because last week, against the Giants, AJ Brown took a big shot from Adoree Jackson, and he was on the ground. He was like hurt. He was in clear pain. The next play, right? I think he went to the sideline, took a play off. The next play they got in, they threw a screen to him. He was pissed. Oh shit. Yo, that was so funny. Like even the last game when they threw a screen and Devontae Smith got hurt. AJ Brown was pissed, bro. And it's so funny to me. It's so funny because I'm like, when he was last week when it happened, he got injured. Well, he got injured off a play unrelated to the screenplay, right? And he took a play off. The following play, they call a screen to him right after he just got banged up, bro. And it was like it went for like 2 yards, and you seen his frustration, and that I'm seeing like when he's frustrated, bro. It's kind of funny because like we're frustrated as well watching this. Like even with Devontae Smith, bro, you got Devontae Smith blocking for Kenneth Gainwell on a fucking screen, bro. This shit horrible. Yo, and you know what? I don't even really mean to laugh, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't mean to laugh, but it's laughable. This shit's hilarious. Yo, watching the Eagles collapse in the way that they're collapsing it's kind of it's a bit hilarious, bro. Okay, it's kind of hilarious. Real quick, it's real quick. Look at this damn play, bro. That's a screen to Gainwell with Devontae Smith blocking. Shouldn't that be in reverse? Shouldn't it be Devontae Smith catching the screen and Gainwell blocking? I don't understand this. And then when this is just like one of those bang bang plays. Devontae Smith is trying to block, and Gainwell just gets tackled, but he lands on Devontae Smith's leg, and it bends or whatever. So I think he should be fine, hopefully. But when you look at Devontae Smith's frame, Devontae Smith is the littlest person on the field. By far. I mean, he's probably the smallest person in the NFL. Okay. And I mean, we know his frame, right? Why is he blocking? Like, this is horrible. He walks it off. But AJ Brown is pissed, bro. He's livid. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I would be upset as well. I'm not gonna lie. I would be upset after that, bro. I would be upset. I would be upset. So it's the it's horrible. It's horrible. Name an all-time pro legend Eagle. What, bro? Gannon served whoop ass on the yeah, he did. And kudos to him. Who was better, AJ or CeeDee Lamb? That's tough. Because I thought CeeDee Lamb was just a slot receiver, okay? CeeDee Lamb, yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. With CeeDee Lamb, you don't get a lot of okay. If we comparing CeeDee Lamb and here, bro, I don't pander, so I'm not gonna say what someone wants to hear. I'm completely objective in my analysis and everything that I say or talk about to anybody. Okay, see what CeeDee Lamb is doing right now with Dak Prescott. Okay, he's moving all around the field. Okay, and he breaks tackles and he's fast, right? So big body, probably the same size as AJ Brown, but he's faster. He's faster and he moves around. That gives him a slight right now we're probably and they're winning right now too. So I'm giving him the slight edge because they're the Dallas Cowboys. Um they've been on a better streak as of late than the Eagles, right? So as of right now, I'll probably say CD by just because his team is winning right now. I might give him the edge, but it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Who I think will have an overall better career? I think it might be AJ Brown. But these dudes are like neck and neck, honestly. I'll say you can go either or. You can't go wrong with either player. All right. So I think AJ Brown will have a better career. Um I think they're neck and neck, honestly, bro. But right now, I like how CD Lamb. I really thought CD was just a slot. He's not just a slot. He moves all around the field. He makes plays from the slot, the backfield. I mean, like so. But that's because the coaches they're not using AJ Brown right. So it's tough, man. I wouldn't even give it CD. I can't give CD Lamb the edge. I would say it's even. It's even right now. I'll be honest. Can't even pick. Gannon Sir, well, okay, I read that. Run Swift. You don't want to run Swift into the dirt, right? You want to get another back that can run as well. So we need some more running backs, that could play. We got Kenneth Gainwell too. So yeah, I feel like you got man. Do we need a third running back? We might need a number 3 running back. I wouldn't say run Swift more. I would say, man, how you not have DeAndre Swift catching a ball out the backfield? I would have him in the slot moving around. I would have him putting work on everybody. Okay, there would be times where I wouldn't even have him running the ball. He's just so deadly. He's our Christian McCaffrey. Yo, I'm getting mad now. I'm getting a little fucking mad, bro, because you look at the pieces on this team. You look at Christian McCaffrey with the 49ers. He got about 2,000 all-purpose yards. That's DeAndre Swift. That's what he's capable of doing. We need a guy who can unlock this whole offense. Because right now, this shit is horrible. We should be putting up 50 on everybody. We shouldn't care about the defense. But the defense is playing. Look, watch this. I'll tell you this. The defense is playing good enough for the Philadelphia Eagles to win ball games. Okay? It's not really the defense. I don't care what anybody say. You got all that young talent over there. with a new I mean, you got two new defensive coordinators in the same year. It's a mess over there, right? It's a mess. But they scored for us. We stopped them in a red zone, I think twice, right? Something like that. We outscored them the second half. I mean, we played a really good game this first half. We outscored them the first half. The defense, the defense held the Cardinals to 6 points. Why are we bagging on the defense? They gave up 29 and a half, but the Eagles didn't score in the third quarter. That's the Eagles offense laid a fucking egg in the third quarter. The defense played well enough to win us. They're gonna give you. You're not going to get a complete game from the defense. You're going to get a good first half, or you're going to get a good second half. And with the state of our defense, I'll live with it. Okay, they'll give you a good first half. They'll give you something, but it's not sustainable. So, and you got to go make something happen with that. It got to be a sense of urgency because our defense is going to break eventually, right? Okay, and it's a team thing, and with the right chemistry, the defense and the offense will be feeding off each other, and along with the special teams. Okay, so really, I feel like, man, it's really the offense. We know it's the offense. The offense they make all the money over there. They got all the talent. Okay, so I'm putting more of I'm putting more of the blame on the offense. Running Swift, I mean, he had 1,000 yards rushing, so we do run him, Paul. He has 1,000 yards rushing, right? He has 1,000 yards rushing. He could have more. He should really have like 14, 1,500. Here's the thing. It's not even about running him, right? It's not about running him. It's not about running DeAndre Swift. It's about giving him the ball in space. You got to just give him the ball. Because, again, he's a Christian McCaffrey type of a guy. You just got to know how to use him. They don't even know how to use DeAndre Swift, bro. He would have 700 rushing yards and 700 receiving yards in my offense. Or like 6 and 6 or 6 and 7 or 5 and 5. Like, come on, bro. You can't. Come on, bro. He need all-purpose yards. This dude could legit have about 1,500 yards. You see how he play, right? Dude is like he is a dog. How he runs so he make a 2-yard run look beautiful, bro. He gained 2 yards on a run. And like he gained like 8, right? So he's different. He's like a Barry Sanders. He's Barry Sanders mixed with LT. He's like that. And if the Philadelphia Eagles don't get him in space, right? He got the inside zone runs where he gonna get about 4 or 5 off those, right? But he got space to do it, to get his. I'm not gonna lie, but you can scheme him up way differently. It'll make the offense that much easier to function. Because who are you are you gonna find on a defense to guard a DeAndre Swift? They don't know how to use him, bro. It hurts, man. Like you say running Swift could fix everything, bro. You just got to give him the ball. Because it's an element they haven't even tapped into, right? This takes your offense to a different level. If we had Swift last year, they don't have a passing element for this type of a running back. Can run routes, man. That's crazy to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm saying Kadarius Toney from Chiefs can't catch, but Devontae is solid. I ironically think Brown and Smith want Swift to run more. Yeah, they do. AJ Brown came out and said that he was joking, but I'm paraphrasing. So he said something along the lines of, he said it jokingly, but he's like, yeah, we'll just have him running the ball, right? We don't want him taken away from like me getting my yards. But he laughed about it jokingly, but we know he was serious, right? So I mean, there's that. You got to get in where you fit in, right? And you come in here and AJ Brown, he's the number one, he's the alpha. All that shit going to him, period. All of that's going to him. So it is what it is. He getting all of those. He's the number one read. I mean, when he say he want the ball, you better go give him the ball, right? Uh, but yeah, that's definitely a. Yeah, you could look. It's on my channel, bro. If you want to go find it, bro, just type in like AJ Brown, DeAndre Swift. Analytics would have never kicked the onside kick at that. Great point. Yeah, that was man. That was one of the best calls I've seen. Jonathan Gannon get his respect for that. Paul says, I noticed I noticed Jalen doesn't have a short hot read on blitz. That's why they complaining routes taking too long. Yeah, I mean the routes take too long to develop, but that's why you got DeAndre Swift. That's why you got Kenneth Gainwell. Even when there are check downs to them, Jalen isn't checking it down a lot of times. You gotta drill it into Jalen to, hey, make sure you do, make sure you check the ball down. But I mean, Jalen Hurts, this is what Jalen Hurts is doing. He's operating off whatever they want out of a certain play. And he's just gonna do what they're telling him to do out of the headset, right? So he said, hey, take a deep shot. Okay, he's gonna take the deep shot despite it being something else. So I don't even think he overrides what's being called to his right. He's just going out there and doing whatever they're telling him to do through the headset, man. Sometimes they say, hey, go take this deep shot. Don't look at anybody. Because, like, I mean, if this who you're telling me to go to before, as you're calling the play and say, hey, go here, this is what we're calling. He's going to take that regardless, right? Unless it's not there, then he probably run or scramble. It's a scramble drill. But there's a lot of times Jalen, look at the screenplay around 3rd and 20. Jalen Hurts is just operating the offense or whatever they call, he's just doing it. He's just doing his job. Whatever they say do, he's doing. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's it. He's like a machine. This team is frustrating, bro. This team, frustrating an understatement, bro. We just lost 4 of our last 5. Like every time I look at this, every time I re-pull it up, I gotta just count the losses again. Like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 losses. Like that's crazy, bro. Like we were just 10-1, but we could talk about having faith in your team. I'm always have faith in my team as a fan, but I have to be realistic as a content creator. And again, bro, I spoke on there being some hope. There is some hope if you, golly, you just rest this Giants game, right? Rest the Giants game. Okay, now the Cowboys look like they're gonna win a division tomorrow. They might choke. Them niggas might choke. In all honesty, I can see them choking against. I can see them choking. So yeah, we got to play this game, right? If it's a blowout early, yeah, but I don't know, man. You probably got to play this game. You got to play this game. You got to play it. Now, what time do the Cowboys play? Keep an eye on that game because the Cowboys play at 12, and by the time we play, okay, first quarter, second quarter, their game should be over if it's at 12. So when they game end, we'll know if we can sit some players. We should know if they play at 12, which I'm pretty sure they play at 12 or 1 or whatever. But yeah, if they blow out, if they beat the 49ers, if they beat the Washington, they beat the Commanders, we just sit our players. This game means nothing. We're gonna be the 5 seed regardless. So yeah, but it's extremely frustrating, man. When you look at the losses and you see how we went from having a number 1 seed to being a number 5 seed and not winning the division. what the hell? It feel like I just got a haymaker, just got knocked out. If we don't laugh, we cry. Man, it's not. It's just man. It's just all. I laugh hysterically. Okay, that played me off. Yeah, it was so stupid. And I think really, bro, I think that's yo, the screenplays is probably um AJ Brown's biggest like gripe that he has with the team. I know he hates them. I know for a fact AJ Brown hates the screenplays, man, because they don't. It's pointless a lot of the times, right? It's pointless, but they do it so they can like stretch the field horizontally and vertically. But you got to get something out of throwing the ball horizontally. They do it to like try to stretch the field out, make sure this, bro. It's not effective. They can find a different way to stretch the field horizontally, like a stretch run, right? Just pull a guard or just pull a guard or a center, and just stretch run to the left side of the field. That's how you stretch the field. You got to stretch the field with screens, right? Go out a single back formation and throw a pitch to the right side of the field, right? Like, bro, simple shit like that, bro. Or run a stretch play out of I formation or a single back or like out of the pistol. Like, bro, do something different with your, if you could do it, you can do a lot to counter those screens, or you can run them more efficiently. You're right. You could be more creative with how you run them. Stop running them out the shotgun formation. If you think the screens aren't deadly, they are, but you only run them out of the shotgun. There's so how many watching the Eagles, you only think there's a certain amount of formations. This offense is kind of stale to look at times, right? It's boring to look, when you it's the same thing. Shotguns, no creativity, no movement, there's no trick plays. It's like this shit's it pisses me off, man. It does. See, I'll just rant. I'll just go and rant. Uh I still seen Smitty block. Yeah, Smitty gonna block. That's why I love Smitty. He gonna block, bro. He's tough. AJ has never been a problem. I'm not even gonna get on that, bro. Everybody know how I feel about AJ Brown. Everybody know how I feel about AJ Brown. He's a distraction and he can be a diva. Okay. I can argue that all day. Anyone with, I wouldn't say common sense, but anyone that's just being at least uh, fair or looking at everything as far as AJ Brown and his behavior. It's 9 times out of 10, most sane people would say, yeah, he can be a bit of a diva and a distraction at times. But hey, maybe it's all in good reasoning. Maybe it's all for a good right. But it is what it is. I still would take AJ over CD. Yeah, probably. You could. It's a toss up, bro. You can't go wrong with either. That's legitimately really a toss up. Why not let AJ travel? Because they don't know how to utilize AJ Brown in those type of situations. I mean, look at DeAndre Swift. They don't even have him catch balls out the backfield, right? So and a lot of times nothing. They don't go and they don't do any motion. So you never see a lot of motion anyway, right? So when you look at AJ Brown coming out the backfield and moving to the slot, or they're moving to the slot to the backfield, they don't do a lot of motion as is. So he's not going to travel, because when you traveling, you're moving around as a receiver. So you can't travel if they don't ever put you in motion. And I've seen motion, but not a lot of motion on this offense. So yeah, that's why you don't see them travel, because they never call stuff for like players to travel. The only players that travel is AJ Brown barely, and DeAndre Swift at times, and even then, it just looked pointless. It's like they just had him moving around just to like. It's no point in even having them travel a lot of the times. Why they bring skilled players to Philly and don't use them? Oh, it's a waste of like time and money. And man, it's horrible. It's horrible. Why? Like, come on, bro. It's a fucking headache, dude. It's all about situational football. It definitely is. That'll win you and win and lose games. Y'all need to worry about my Saints in the playoffs. The Saints in the playoffs, I didn't even know. I didn't even know. Jalen Carter looked unstoppable his first couple games, maybe halfway through the season. He just had a sack last game, about 6 or 7 sacks. Now you don't even notice him. He's a rookie, right? He's still, he's getting doubled a lot, and right, it's a long season. He hasn't ever played this long on this type of level, so he's a rookie. So I give him time, right? He has 7 sacks, bro. So he's gonna be elite. He gonna be a dog. So ain't no question about that. And rookies usually have like rookie walls. So yeah, I'm fine with Jalen Carter right now. He's shown everything, bro. When you watch him, you like, yeah, he's gonna be one of the best players in the NFL. So yeah, I don't really have a problem with Jalen Carter. He's a rookie too, mind you, with 7 sacks. So you know, he's not playing a lot. He don't play the full, you know, he don't play full games because you got Fletcher Cox. So yeah, he gonna be a dog. If he played the full season, you probably see more. Somebody said, "Cry Eagles, cry girls, cry." I bet the house Giants win this week. I ain't putting it past them. I can see that happening. I was losing the game because that game is not gonna matter if the Cowboys win. But if the Cowboys lose, the Giants gonna get blew out, bro. Like with the game on the line, I think. But I don't know. What if the Cowboys lose to Washington and all we got to do is beat the Giants to go to the playoffs? I mean, to win the division, going into the playoffs, all right? And, securing a home game, and we blow it after the Cowboys lost to the Washington and blew it, and we blow it and give it back to them, bro. The NFC East is so trash, honestly. We're giving a division back in. Nobody wants to win a division. We just giving the division back and forth to each other. Why don't anyone want to win a division? I don't get it. Like, bro, it's like they don't want to win it. I think it's the seeding. Maybe it's just some. It may be some with the seeding. I don't know, bro. It's weird. I cannot wait till the playoffs start, though. I cannot wait till the playoffs start. How the Cowboys? I read that. All right, bro. That's a lot of comments, man. Damn. What happened to RPO? Well, RPO, I see it sometimes, but I mean, they don't really use it. They never run play action under the center either. No one bites on any of that stuff, bro. Eagles fell off the cliff fast. Find a receiver that's not. Find you a receiver that's not a diva. CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb. Like, just because all the receivers are diva doesn't mean every receiver should be a diva, bro. Or a distraction. You can be a diva, but being a distraction, that's a whole nother different thing. Right? I always open the middle. When AJ was open the middle, open the middle all day. Why didn't they call more and breaking routes? Yeah, man. I mean, they just got in the middle of the field, man. They don't like. I don't know, bro. They just soft, bro. The team soft. They're done, bro. We're done. We're cooked. We're cooked. Cowboys play same time as Eagles. Oh yeah, so we're gonna have to play to win this game, bro. Yeah, we're gonna have to play to win this game. Hey, X, thank you for the venting session. This is probably all my live streams are is venting. This last month has been this whole season I've been venting, bro. Running back, fan of hot. Hold on, wait. That's your final, blah blah blah. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I'm just gonna ban you. I don't know, cause like you look like you need to be banned for whatever you're trying to say. Like, yeah, hey, bro, if y'all are commenting, Right? Make sure y'all spell check. Because if I gotta like struggle to figure out what you're trying to say, I'm banning. No, I'm joking. And how the 49ers get spanked so hard, but hey man, they did it number one seed. I'm not sure why they take a high school off a game. Well, bro, you guys just making me feel so much worse, bro. Because you guys are all bringing up great points, and it's like it's like crazy. Jalen Carter look okay. Yeah, I read all this. Yeah, man, stop, please, guys. And reading the comments, it just look. This shit just looks. Y'all pointing out all of the stuff. Y'all pointing out all of the flaws, but it's so many, bro, and it's too. Maybe it's just too much to overcome. All right, uh, I think it is. I think it is. But you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You have to. You got to get rid of the coaching staff. You got to get rid of the coaching staff, man. It's unfortunate. I hate to call for someone's job. I hate to be the one to call for someone's job. That's a dick move. Right? You never want to do that. But I mean, it is what it is. If you're doing a terrible job, you deserve to be fired. It's not even that you're doing a terrible job. It's even when you're doing a good job, it's not going to matter because the players that you're relying on, they're not playing for you. Right? So they rely on the players to go out and do their job. You put the players in the right position to do their job, and they say, "Screw you." Right? I'm pretty sure Nick Sirianni is calling plays that isn't advantageous to other players. That's like a back and forth beef. That's why you see these screen passes and like you see some stuff that's like annoying and irritating, especially to the player. And that's part of Nick Sirianni and these guys are feuding right now. We're looking at a civil war. Okay, this like a family feud. So we got to get it together, man. It's a feud. 49ers living rent free in your head. Not really, man. They the number one seed. Congratulations to them. We've never had any beef with the 49ers, bro. I don't get that still to this day, bro. You know what I'm saying? We whooped y'all, we embarrassed y'all. Y'all didn't get to go to the Super Bowl. We went to the Super Bowl and we lost. It's not like we won the Super Bowl. So yeah, there's never been anything personal with the 49ers, bro. The 49ers, there's never been anything personal with the fans, the Eagles fans and the 49ers. They're just talking, bro. They just talk. I dare you to react to Cowboys versus Lions. Cowboys versus Lions. React to it? What you mean? React to the Cowboys versus Lions? Do you still believe the Eagles had an easy? I never said the Eagles had an easy schedule. Eagles have the hardest schedule in the NFL. So yeah, they had the hardest schedule in the NFL. We had the hardest schedule in the NFL, bro. You said I never hated San Francisco until we played them. And the fans all week before, yeah, man, it was because like even during like it's leading up to the week of the game, they players was trash talking, and even afterwards they was trash talking. I was like, bro, what the hell? I'm like, yeah, these players and these fans, they're fucking lunatics, bro. We're like, yeah, they're lunatics, bro. And then when I found out that the name of the 49ers was the 40 Winers, yo, it just fit so perfectly from what I was like experiencing. Because I was shocked. I'm still shocked, bro. That fan base, that's probably the most toxic fan base, the 49ers fan base. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Most toxic fan base, the 49ers. I'm a Patriots fan. I don't know what we're going to do in the offseason. Hey, you guys gonna have good draft positioning. So that's always good, right? Well, I mean, so you're good. You guys got a great defense. You just got to get a quarterback. Bill Belichick find him a quarterback with that defense, bro. Go get a weapon. Go get a quarterback and a receiver. You can't miss on them. Go get a quarterback and just load up on weapons. Right? You already got an amazing defense, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, just load up on weapons on offense and go get you a quarterback that can run around, right? And make plays. Maybe you trade up and go get a quarterback. Trade Mac Jones. So get you a quarterback and go get as many weapons as you can, and pair that with your defense and the Patriot with Bill Belichick. Yeah, I think they probably can, get back to that where they've been, previously. Maybe I don't know I don't know about another dynasty, but that definitely can. Again, defense win championship. So you guys got a defense. That's half of the battle won right there. So whatever quarterback you do bring in, he's going to look that much more better because your defense is going to be keeping them in games, right? And you get them a run game and get them some weapons, and you guys would be fine. Honestly, you guys would be fine, but you got to hit on your quarterback. Changing the Eagles staff isn't going to improve the Eagles this season. Might as well wait. No, why would you wait? Why would you wait? I mean, the coaching staff isn't doing anything anyway. So not having them, firing them is not. It's not going to make anything worse. What's the worst you can do? Right? It already feel like we don't have a coaching staff. The players are winning just strictly based off the players' talent. So if you lose the coaching staff, it's not like we're losing anything important, right? Like they can be replaced, get somebody in-house, an interim head coach to finish for the playoffs and go from there. When you fire your coach during the season for some reason, when you fire him during the season, the team catches fire. Imagine if we fired Nick Sirianni. Like, let's say we fire him in a couple of days and name an interim head coach and somehow catch fire. We win this Giants game. The Cowboys lose and we win the division, right? Now we got a home game, new random coach. We don't know what we're going to run. And we go out and light the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers up. Now, nobody know what we're going to do on offense. We gain momentum. And the Raiders are doing it right now, bro. They fired their coach, and they've been on a tear. So, is it likely? No, right? But since I know it may not be likely. If it don't happen, we're fucked. We're screwed in the playoffs. We're going to lose. The Super Bowl's over. Talking about a Super Bowl, you're crazy, right? With this coaching staff, it's done. It's done. It's done. Right? If they don't fire them, we're done. Did you ever wear a Niners hat? Okay, everybody is. There was no time. All right, so look, I made a bet with a 49ers content creator, right? To wear a 49ers hat on stream. Right now, I haven't had time to purchase the hat. Okay, but I'm going to wear the hat. Like, bro, can you guys relax? I'm going to wear the hat. Okay, I lost the bet. I'm going to wear the hat. Okay, it is what it is, man. All right, I will wear the hat. There's no timeline on when we never discussed the timeline on which I had to wear the hat. So when I wear the hat, I'm gonna wear the hat, bro. But every time I see these guys, bro, I'm gonna just ban them. Fuck it, I'm gonna just ban them, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I lost the bet. I gotta wear a Niners hat. So when you guys see me wear a Niners hat, I'm gonna do an entire stream about the fucking hat, bro. so they could come in and whatever, bro. See, that's what I mean. The Niners are just so annoying. Yo, that got to be the worst. Like as far as um the team and their fans, bro. Yeah, they're definitely they're a different breed for sure. Shane Steichen is really a genius. He's slowly turning the coach. Yeah, you look at what the coach doing. I'm excited to see what he does, but jealous we are stuck with Nick instead of Shane. Imagine having Shane Steichen instead of Nick Sirianni. Hell, imagine having Jonathan Gannon instead of Nick Sirianni. They need their fathers. Bro, I don't. It's wild to me, bro. It's really wild to me. The 49ers, man, for real. Shane Steichen is really. Oh yeah, I read that. Man, guys, that's the stream. That's the stream. That's the stream. I'm calling it. And all in all, unless the Philadelphia Eagles get rid of these coaches, we're smoked. We're done. Okay. The locker room, it's lost. The 49ers game was actually the nail in the coffin. That obliterated our locker room for some reason. Okay. That was the nail in the coffin. But I mean, throughout the season, it was still there's a accumulation of a lot of different things that was, transpiring, and it just all came into full effect. Just so happened to be the week we played the 49ers, right? So yeah, bad timing. So whatever. And the honest truth about the coaching staff and the coaching staff and the players, it's coaching staff versus players in a nutshell. The players and the coaches, they don't see eye to eye, man, and they're going back and forth, and you can see it on the field, right? The players, if the players aren't showing any effort because they don't like the coaches, they don't like the calls, the strategy. They just out. They don't. Even when they call something, it's like, man, I'm not running this. All right, it's like I don't want to run this. So it's over with. Their relationship with the players and the coaches, I think the relationship is over with, man. Honestly, I think it's done. You got to get the coaches out of here. What to expect moving forward from the team? If we don't fire the coaches, we're done. Okay, we don't fire the coaches, we're done. We'll probably be one and done in the playoffs. We might get lucky and win a playoff game, but we're losing in the division round. We're done if we don't fire the coaches. And it look like we probably don't fire them. So if we don't fire them, we're done. Jonathan Gannon is a better coach than anyone on the Eagles staff, period. He out everything us. He did everything better than Nick Sirianni. And last but not least, the Arizona Cardinals, they pretty much disrespect the Eagles. They ran for 200 plus yards, man. Pure disrespect, man. Time to rip the Band-Aid off and move on. We suck, but it's always go Birds. Yeah, it's always go Birds, bro. Of course, bro. It always is. Right at the end of the day, I got optimism that we'll figure it out. But hey, I don't think it's likely. Nick has another year. Brian Dodge Desire are gone. Man, you got to get rid of Nick Sirianni with that. It's his decision. It's his, bro. You got to get rid of all of them. I don't want to see the scapegoat because then when Nick, let's say Nick Sirianni stays, we're still going to know that you're not a good head coach at all. You can't keep him. There's no way you keep Nick Sirianni. You're a bad coach, and we all know it. You shouldn't be a head coach. We all know it. These dudes aren't showing effort because their locker room's lost. Sweat missed 2 sacks and a tackle. Blankenship missed tackles. Baddix missed tackles. Sidney Brown said they aren't doing fundamentals in practice. They not even tackling. They don't even practice tackling. It's over, bro. It's a wrap. All right? It's a wrap. Okay. The little fluff, the weak little training camps with no tackling and yeah, they need to ramp up training camp and practices, next year. Because I'm looking into next year now. You got to look into next year. This year's over. Let's move on, look to next year, get the coaches gone, and change this whole thing around, bro. Start changing some stuff. Change could be good. Change could be good. The only chance I see Sirianni realizing he's fired and just changed everything because screw it. It's not, that's not gonna work. Because now when you change things, he changed the defensive coordinator. It didn't work. Right. So now it's like, we pressed him to do that. Right. We pressed him. Right. You ain't stick with Sean Desai, guy that you hired. You're supposed to stand. You're supposed to stand on what you believe in, and your philosophy and how you feel the team should, operate. He didn't do that. He didn't do it because he felt it was necessary. He did it because of the fans, because of the heat that he was receiving. You a sucker, bro. If I believe in something, I'm doing it and I'm standing on it. I don't care what whoever got to say. I don't care about what outside noise have to say because I hired him and I believe in him. Yeah, so to make that move when it's showing that he was never the problem, right? Sean Desai was never the problem, and it's showing now. Right, so that was a scapegoat move early. It was a coward move. You're done, bro. You're done. Everything he do to try to keep this team together, he's on a podium begging. Let's stick together. No finger point. Whoa, bro, you're done. You're done, Nick. What's his real name? Nicholas? Nicholas, you're done. Nick, you're done, my boy. You're done. Hey, I called it. And I knew we was going to start losing games and it was going to get worse, right? Because I knew we were going to lose if the players aren't playing for it, if you lost the locker room, right? So it was obvious. He got to go. He got to go. Only reason he stays is as a yes man. Yeah, but yeah, that's over with. When Philly wants you gone, when we want you gone, bro, you're gone. Like seriously, I'll be honest. Because we know the fans know. Yeah, man, it's gonna be tough because I like them personally, but the players are the ones that don't like them. So yeah, man, that's the thing about playing in Philadelphia. The fans and the media, they will fucking get you fired. That's bad. That's not even. But I mean, you're trash. What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? You're not good. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Right. And it don't take a whole season to figure this out. I mean, halfway through the season, we knew we should have known what it was. The fact that, see, here's the thing. I didn't know. I noticed that he lost the locker room after the Dallas game when they didn't score a touchdown. When the offense didn't score a touchdown after coming off the loss to the 49ers. So, it all through here, like I don't think he had the locker room completely lost yet. I think the San Francisco is where he completely lost the locker room. Right. So I think it just happened recently, but there are some things that he's been doing in the past that I could see why the players wouldn't respect him. Like, dude, you look like a goofball a lot of the times, man. Like, these alpha males aren't gonna really. I mean, you didn't never play in the NFL, right? You don't call plays. You just a cheerleader, bro. Where's your pom poms? You should be over there with the cheerleaders, head coach. Give his ass a pair of pom poms and take his headset away and give him some pom poms. All right, and give him a fucking Jalen Hurts shirt because he's a fan. He's in practice with player shirts on. He's a fan. Cornball. Sorry, that's how they. I'm sorry. It is what it is, man. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Hypothetical. If Sirianni gets got, who would or could step in? I have no idea. Anybody. Shit. Let Jalen. I don't know, man. Maybe have a player called. Like just hand it over to the players. Let them let them just go out there and freestyle because they've been pretty much doing it anyway without coaches. They don't need coaches. They've been doing it all without them. Shit, the coaches ain't doing nothing. They suck. My first thought is Jeff Stoutland. But hey, anybody, you can name anybody an interim out there. You make anybody as an interim, but who do you hire after this season? At least you fire them during the season, so now you get a head start on the hiring process. All right. If the longer you wait, the worse it's gonna get. And we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna keep getting worse. I mean, I've already foreseen all of this leading up to now. So I know exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna keep getting worse. It's gonna keep getting worse. Mm-hmm. If they don't fire him, man, now we got to go into the off season with him. And if he somehow, if Nick Sirianni makes it another year, we're fucking done. We're done. If he makes it another year as the head coach, we're gonna severely regret that because now our window of winning is shrinking. Okay, the window was wide open last year. It's shut in half. Right after this season is going to be almost completely closed shut. Then you come back with the same dude. Yeah, we might win four. We might win 4 games next year with Nick Sirianni if they. Oh, I can't even imagine if they don't fire him. I am going to be. Yo, the players are going to be miserable. Period. You're going to have to fire him. That's my thing. You have to. Once you lose your players, you're done. You're done. You gotta fire them. So losing a locker room, this isn't anything to take lightly. I'm not gonna say the Chip Kelly energy. They're not even the same type of a coach. Chip Kelly would have got AJ Brown asked the fuck out of Philly. Nick Sirianni ain't that type of a coach. It's no Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly had success in college. Nick Sirianni never played in college. Nick Sirianni is a hype man, pom-pom kind of guy. Chip Kelly is not. They're polar opposites, honestly. There's no similarity in Nick Sirianni and Chip Kelly at all. Because I guarantee you, if Nick Sirianni was like Chip Kelly, AJ Brown would be playing for the fucking Chicago Bears right now. No, seriously, if Nick Sirianni and Chip Kelly was the same, Nick Sirianni would have already traded AJ Brown, right, to the Buffalo Bills or something. So it ain't no, they're different. You know, one coached in college, the other one did. Yeah, their personality is extremely different. Nick Sirianni isn't a rah-rah guy. There's no similarities there. Chip Kelly had his own system that we knew what it was, right? It was kind of innovative early on, and there's still some, right? The NFL, you know, they took a lot from that, but it didn't, right? That's not it. Was you needed to like transform your offense to something much more, and Chip Kelly never did that. But yeah, Chip Kelly changed the NFL in ways. So, I mean, yeah, it's just different. I mean, Chip Kelly had a scheme. Nick Sirianni doesn't have one. So I mean, yeah, it's totally. I can go on and on different. You need a butter pretzels, you need a Butterfinger and pretzels and some water, huh? Jeff will 100% be the best option. Yes, if Nick is gone before the season's over. Yes, bro. Yes, because you know the whole offensive coordinator the whole O line they gonna ride with him, right? So, Jalen Hurts quoted some Jeff Stoutland said, "Yo, Jeff Stoutland might be the hey, they can hire Jeff if they imagine they fire Nick Sirianni and hire Jeff Stoutland. Yo, I'm gonna be feeling myself, bro. Like I told you, motherfuckers. I told y'all. No, but I mean that's the only candidate, Jeff Stoutland. And because I can't really name any other coach that I would, yeah, I wouldn't even want anybody else. I guarantee you, if Jeff Stoutland gonna run the ball in 1,000 different creative ways. Oh, imagine Jeff Stoutland been here for the longest, and he gets his shot as a head coach. Oh, that's see, I can't. Come on, man. I don't even want to do the hypotheticals now, but man, that'd be amazing. Nick is getting stressed out about. Yeah, he's getting stressed out, and yeah, he's feeling the heat. My man's lose the playoff game, and he's fired, bro. It's over. It's over. And honestly, I don't even want to be the one to even. I know I was the first one jacking at fire Nick Sirianni, but hey, I'm not the only one saying it now. So I didn't, and this is based off his performance. So it's not like I didn't start this, right? I was the first saying like that understood that he was the problem, and I called for him to be fired first. But now everybody else is going crazy with it to the point where, bro, it ain't my fault. It ain't our fault, right? It ain't our fault. Seriously, this dude, he's just not good at. He's not a good head coach. And not only that, right? I like him. I can't even say he's not a good head coach. The players just don't like. The players aren't playing for him anymore. He's lost the locker room. It's not anybody else's fault. So calling for him to be fired, that's just being honest. Right. And it may seem like a dick move to call for somebody to be fired, but bro, you deserve it. And now a lot of people, the ball is rolling on this, and everybody is starting to see like, yeah, Nick Sirianni is being exposed. Ugly for him right now. That Philly Heat is hitting that boy. You talk about a hot seat. That seat has been heating up. It's heating up. Um, that's a stream. Like always. God bless those Philadelphia Eagles.